Giovanni Galante. And he's the man that started this petition. I'm on board 100% to keep the mayor away from the 9/11 commemoration memorial service coming up this year, 25 years. But I got to tell you, Giovanni, first of all, talking to you yesterday, you sound like a lovely guy. Before I get to the mayor and all that stuff, I want to talk about your wife. I want to talk about you. I know it's painful. I'm sorry, but she deserves it, you know. So,
I'd like to thank you for having me on the show.
No, of course. Come on, please. I'm honored to have you. And it breaks my heart when I speak to people like you guys. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be the one crying. You should be, but I just, I just remember that day so vividly. And if you don't mind, I'm sorry, I know it's painful. Could you just share what that morning was and your lovely wife, God rest her soul, where she was when all this went down?
That morning was tough because I worked in the city at the time when it happened. I worked for Con Ed, and we had transformers in that building. So my manager had come up to me and said, "Hey, I know your wife works at the World Trade Center. Something's going on." And obviously it was something tragic, but we thought it was a helicopter or a small plane. We didn't know at the time. So I kind of took the last train that stopped at Fulton. I was there looking for her. Hopefully she had run out of the building or maybe didn't make it in on time, but my wife was always on time, loved her job, loved the people she worked with. She, Candace Fitzgerald, you know.
She was there, Candace Fitzgerald, yeah.
Candace Fitzgerald, she loved everyone she worked with. Everybody respected her. She was top. I mean, everybody asked for her. Everybody wanted her to be around. She was one of those people that really, really made an impact. It was a tough day standing out looking for her because she was there as well on 93, and we didn't hear from her in 93 until after 2 o'clock in the morning. And obviously we're all worried, me, her sister, her brother, her parents, my sister, you know, everyone. Unfortunately, what happened, buildings came down, huge tragedy for us, huge. And just how do you go on and think about things and talking about this mayor that, you know, wants to be there when he supports some of these people's values that really murdered our loved ones. It wasn't, you know, this wasn't an accident.
No.
This was meant to be.
No, and I know a lot of the victims, and I think your wife was 29, the beautiful Grace. A lot of them were actually able to call or somehow get through to their loved ones to tell them goodbye or, oh my God, this is really bad. Did you have a chance to speak at all to your wife that morning, or did she go to work and that was it?
No, my wife, unfortunately wasn't able to reach out, but I have a cousin that lost his wife, and she was pregnant at the time, and he got a phone call from her. And, you know, most of these kids today that don't understand 9/11, they should at least be a requirement to watch the videos, the pictures,
yes,
the sound bites of all the terror that happened that day. Maybe, you know, they'll think about who they vote for. They'll think about what's going on in this world. Maybe they can help, you know, still keep this America, the USA. You know, people come here for a reason. We all want to be, you know, in America.
Doesn't feel that way. I know it doesn't feel that way these days. Last one on Grace, will move on. How long were you married at the time when 9/11 happened?
I was married in 93.
So you were married for 8 years.
Yeah.
8 years.
We were together 4 years before that.
Oh, where'd you meet her?
We met through a mutual friend. At the time, she worked at Baskin Robbins.
Oh, love that place. Was this on Staten Island, or where were you guys?
Yeah, Staten Island Mall.
Oh, that's great, Staten Island Mall. That is beautiful. Yeah. Well, listen, I know
different today. Totally different.
I know. Believe me, a lot of the old neighborhoods are totally different today. I'm glad you said that, Giovanni, because I stayed all the time too. You know me, I'm fearless, and I was actually humbled when you told me yesterday that when you started this process, that you reached out or looking to reach out to me, which I really was honored by that and humbled by that. But you have started the process, and you just made mention moments ago that the mayor shouldn't be there because he's friendly, which is true, and supports people and hangs out with people that think we deserve 9/11 and that say horrible things, right?
Sid, yeah, we've laid it out on the petition as far as, his father writing a book about it, him hanging around the people that supported 9/11, people that have spoken bad about it and think that we deserved it. All these people that died, that were murdered, they didn't deserve it. They were going to work. They were all going to work, just like everybody else. This wasn't something that, was an accident. It was meant to be for them, and they did it. For me, I feel it's an impossible task because of how it was done and America being America, but that's a different story. I feel we could have maybe helped a little bit more. But he's had situations where he knows the bomber of 93. He supports all these people that are running that wipe their face and hands on the flag. And these are things we know that are public. Imagine what we don't know in reality.
And think about this, Giovanni Galante, and what a brave soul you are, because you're right about all that. There is more. There is more.
There is more. We don't know about it, but one day we will.
We will.
Probably.
But you know who's going to be there, too? And I have to imagine that you love this guy. You love him. Rudy Giuliani. How can you possibly have the mayor that really, he went to over 1,000 funerals. He loved all you people. How are you going to have Rudy Giuliani in the same spot as this guy? Could you imagine that?
I can't. I mean, Rudy Giuliani should be a little upset about it, too. But, I understand he's sick and he's older now. But Giuliani did great things for the city. The city thrived when he was in office. It just was a different place. It really was. And I don't know how people don't see it. I mean, I worked in the city day after day. It was safe to get on the train, get on a bus, walk around. I don't feel that same way today, but that's me.
No, I feel the same way as you. Trust me, it's not. They talk about crime being down. Yeah, shootings are down, murders are down. Every other crime is up, including rape and assault and battery. It's a very dangerous place. There's junkies everywhere and homeless, and it's really gross too. It's not just dangerous, but it's gross. Is. Yeah, it's gross. That's why you go to. That's why you go to Naples, Giovanni.
We've experienced the 70s and the 80s. And when the streets started being cleaned up and money was being made in the city and all buildings were being, refurbished and new buildings going up and higher buildings and more work coming and all the people moving into the city. And now we're going backwards. People don't see it that we're not there, but they should be able to look back in time and understand the difference. That's another thing that kids should really look into that vote today. I mean, you can only be a communist till you're 20 years old. After 20, if you didn't learn anything, then you shouldn't be able to vote.
But that is well said. Hey, Giovanni, I'm just curious, how has the city and the state, in your opinion, just your opinion, treated you and maybe your cousin and other 9/11 victim family? How have they treated you since that tragic day?
When you mean the city, you mean what?
Have they, do they reach out to you above and beyond showing up on that day and they read the names, and I'm sure you're part of that ceremony every year? Do you feel like they go above and beyond to never forget? Frank Stiller says never forget. And I always say, we forgot. There's no way you can vote in Mamdani and say never forget in the same sentence. That's ludicrous. We forgot. That's the bottom line. Do you feel like we forgot?
I do feel that way. The never forget theme is out there, but people, look, this petition, we started out with 600 and something before it went viral, before the Post picked it up. And not only that the family members care about this, but everybody in New York that's seen this petition has signed on to it. And I'm glad and happy that it's seen, and I hope to reach more people. I don't know every member that lost, every family member that lost someone, but if they reach out to me, I hope to have them on the list, because the 9/11 memorial did not help me acquiring a list of people or helping me get the word out.
Why not?
Because they said they don't want to get into, like you said before, politics or, privacy. I mean, I didn't ask to say, you could tell me, hey, I'll send a letter for you. They send us letters every so often to, people that want to read the names and things that are going on at the memorial. But at one point, a 9/11 family member calls you and says, hey, we need help here. We need assistance. We want to spread the word because people don't want the mayor to attend because his values and views and wants to change our way of life. So we really need to put a foot forward and get names on here. People that passed, people that died are going to be, I can't even explain to you how bad it seems in my own mind.
I'm sure. I mean, are you? And first of all, two things here. First of all, how do people get to you to see the petition? And is there a number of people you think you need on that petition to make sure this man is not there?
I don't know if there's a number. Even if we had 1 million I think he had 1 million votes to be mayor.
Yeah.
I think if we oversee that 1 million, maybe that'll work. But I don't know if it will.
Yeah.
Like you said before I was listening to your show, he's going to show up. He doesn't have, we just ask for decency, respect, and just stay away.
Doesn't care. He doesn't care.
We're asking respectfully. We're not, we're not demonizing. We're stating facts. We're trying to move on. This is private to us. This is the day that we have private to us. I understand sometimes other politicians come, but they don't have those beliefs. We're not after politicians. We're not after people in general or Muslims or Jewish people. We're after people that don't have our values.
That's right.
That think that we deserve to get our loved ones murdered on a day that they're just going to work.
That's right. So where can people find this petition, Giovanni?
I'm gonna give you my email, which is WTC191101@AOL.com.
One more time.
WTC191101@AOL.com.
All right. On the way out here, Giovanni, you're going to do two things for me. You're going to deliver two messages. You ready? You've been great so far. You and I spoke yesterday. You're not nervous. You really are terrific.
I am a little nervous. I'm not going to lie.
Gee, you sound great. I promise you. Take it from the best. Okay. You sound great, really great. So two messages on the way out, and then we'll let you run. This is such a courageous job by you. I love you so much. I really do. First message is, what is your message if he's listening right now? And if he's not, it will get to him. What is your message to Mamdani?
We respectfully just ask that he stay away. We don't want the publicity. We don't want the circus. We don't want any of that. This is a day, like I said before, all of us get together and we go honor the people that were murdered. That's it. It's a simple one. I'm not asking for anything huge. He doesn't have to be there. He knows that. We know that. But obviously, we'll see what happens. There's nothing we could do other than just ask for people to sign a petition.
And ask him to respect.
And to respect our wishes,
right.
That's all.
One more. This is the one that's going to hurt, but she deserves it. It's been 25 years. If you had a chance to talk to Grace today, what would you tell her?
I would say, you got me on that one, huh?
Sorry.
It's tough. It's okay. It's okay. She's missed. She's definitely missed. Her parents, her sister, her brother, my family, we all miss her. We all wish we could. She would be the person to be the first call to us. We miss that. We miss her being around, the attention that she gives to everyone. It's something you can't even put in words. You can't. When you meet people that are special, there's not much that you can really emphasize. It's just a matter, you have to know her to just understand. And people that did, they all say great things till today. There's not one soul that says something bad.
She was lucky to have you.
Worker.
I could tell you that, Giovanni.
She was a hard worker.
Yeah.
She was a family person. The other thing that I would ask, I know we have issues with this memorial as far as being national or federal, and I know President Trump would help us. I don't know on his agenda how far we can get, but if he can make it a federal site so we don't have to hear people complaining about there's no money coming in and maybe they want to shut it down, because that would be devastating to all of us.
I'll make you this promise. As soon as you hang up in a couple of seconds here, I will send that. I promise you, I'll text that to President Trump, and I will see him and talk to him. I do. Occasionally, I will make that.
I didn't know about this situation, but one of the mothers that lost their son, a couple of them actually, they brought it up, and they said that they're fighting for this, and I had no clue, because I'm not into politics as, everyone else is. I know what I know, and I move on.
Right. Right.
So I appreciate the time you gave me, and I hope people listening understand that this is something respectfully that we're asking for, and we're not saying anything in a matter of trying to keep people away because of who they are. It's because of the belief. The belief is what hurts us. That's all. It's the values that you bring to the table is what counts at the end of the day.
100%. Giovanni, you're a hero. I mean it. I know you don't feel that way, but you are very courageous, and I just got to know you, but I love you. I'm sorry for your loss. Grace is very, very lucky to have you for the short time that she did, and I wish you and your family nothing but success, and I will fight for you. I promise you. I'm a fighter. I will fight for you every step of the way to get this done. God bless you, Giovanni.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
God bless. Giovanni Galante right there. And say a prayer for his wife, Grace.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?